Hey guys, what is up? Okay, today we're going to talk about Crypto Swap Profits Mastermind. Alright, so if you've seen a few of my other videos before on crypto courses, you'll probably be familiar with the with how I do these reviews and breakdowns. No affiliate, nothing like that. So I've just got the units and stuff up on the screen. So quickly before I go into my thoughts on the course, I want to say the reason why I particularly got suckled into this one was because on their webinar they were showing, the 8 different ways to make money with crypto. Fair enough, fine, all good. Most of which I'm not that interested in. There was one thing though, they were using a custom indicator which they were kind of making sound like was, they had essentially got the holy grail of indicators with the pancake swap prediction game. So I was quite interested in that because I thought, oh, okay, so, if you're going to make a bold claim, you better be able to back it up. And of course they show on the webinar, they did 10 games and they won 7 or 8 games. It's a pretty good win percentage ratio. And this was actually what made me interested in the course, because I thought, well, if they've really, these people obviously have a lot of money. Maybe they could develop an indicator which would use multiple data points. And this is the thing, I guess, with any course. And if you look at these things the same way I look at them, you think, okay, well, the sales pitch is strong. So I want to talk about that. I'm going to get to that afterwards, because the pancake swap indicator and the guessing game was technically a bonus thing in the course, but it was actually the main thing that was, to me, interesting, because So in a nutshell, the Crypto Swap Profits Mastermind is actually pretty good training, I have to say. So it covers everything. And I think I would go kind of similar to the DeFi Pro course, whereas I felt like DeFi Pro was less suited to people that were new to crypto. It was a bit not so noob friendly. And then you've got things on the other scale of the noob friendly, Dan Holding's plan is very noob friendly, but fucking ridiculous, overpriced, and it's, just one way of making money in crypto. So this actually goes from zero pretty much to kind of really maybe all the ways you can make money in DeFi and crypto. So it goes from everything from what is crypto, literally, roughly what they do with the crypto profit swaps. That's when they use indicators to get a buy signal and then flip stuff for more expensive. But it's not just about trading. So it gives you everything on what is DeFi, what are altcoins, what is tokenomics, what are smart contracts, what are dApps. It goes literally through all the basic stuff, and in pretty good detail. I don't know if your grandma would be able to not get wrecked, but as good as you can expect. So it goes into everything from all that stuff, even private keys, be safe with storage, wallets, how to set up MetaMask, how to do this, how to do that. And okay, to some people you'd say, fuck you, this is $1,000. I don't need to pay $1,000 to learn how to set up MetaMask or to learn what a dApp, which is true, which is completely true. You don't need to pay $1,000 to figure out a fiat on-ramp, okay? But most of these other courses are so shit that you don't even get that, and they still charge a lot of money. But I think this is good, because if you are brand new, it can take you from all the things where even just setting your MetaMask up. I think that's quite good. I think there's value in that. I do think there's value in that. And then it'll teach you all about how you can lose money in various yield farms and stuff. So it goes from super basic. So it goes from that. And then it gets into the different specific things. So I'm just thinking it's actually basically, they show you how to fiat on-ramp with Binance, KuCoin, all sorts of stuff. They pretty much go into 20 plus units of just them showing you the basics, which again, I think that's pretty good. Like I said, it's not something, not something I need, but I still think there's value in that, even to show you how to use pancake swap. Like I said, if you're brand new to this stuff and you were this was going to be like you were looking into an entry point where you could learn a lot of stuff, I think this would be a good one. Anyway, so the rest of their stuff, then they go into specific units on like different, like the different aspects of crypto. So it pretty much goes from everything from how to use the exchanges to, and like their indicators to spot when you should do a trade. So that's more like if you were someone interested in trading and charts and using their indicators, it'll give you, you know, essentially that. That's not something I'm particularly interested in because I get wrecked every time I do that kind of stuff typically. Then it teaches you about yield farming, what it is, how to do it, how to identify yields and stuff like that, where to, you know, land your money. It goes into bot trading. It even has a whole couple of units on Bitsgap bot trading. If you've seen my other videos, you know that. On the other hand, you've got the plan, that's just about Bitsgap trading. That alone is like 3K and all this other stuff. Whereas this, I mean, listen, I didn't actually go through those units because I know about Bitsgap bots. I'm not really interested in it, so I can't comment to the quality. But I mean, come on, you've got like 20 plus units teaching you how to set everything up, and then it also teaches you about bots as well. So you've got like multiple units on how to run grid bots. Let's see what else they've got. They've also got things like teaching you about the tools, the graphs and things like that, which you need if you're going to do like those particular types of strategy. Other things, when to take profits. And it even goes into mining and nodes, like if you want to get into that as well. So essentially it comes with 7 basic core strategies. So I mean, I'm not going to go through, like I said, like off the top of my head, I'm just looking at one of their things here. You can see, mining nodes, bots, farming, staking, trading, and all that stuff. Pretty good. I have to say pretty good. The quality of the education, yeah, pretty good. Price point, I mean, you know, everything's fucked. So $1,000, I mean, realistically, you could definitely do worse. The DeFi Pro course is cheaper, but I don't feel it's necessarily not so much as in depth. It's not so, you know, I feel like you're getting more for your value. I think you're getting more value, more bang for your buck with this. I do feel that. Whereas again, DeFi Pro is all about DeFi and stuff. I don't know about you guys. I get wrecked the worst when I start fucking around with DeFi, and as soon as I get greedy, as soon as I start thinking about high yields and stuff, as soon as I start going as soon as I even mentally switch over to trying to do things maybe a bit quicker, or maybe I can get some high, that's when I get wrecked. Like all the time. When I get greedy or when I get impatient is when I personally get smashed. And I've been smashed quite a few times. So anyway, that's psychology. So let's talk about the magic indicator, and they call it the high level pancake swap prediction game. So the way they kind of train you on this, pretty good. I think it's pretty good. You can have 6-7 videos on it. And you're essentially using their custom indicators and some other things like the MACD and the RSI and 5 other indicators, including their pancake swap indicator. And your goal is to just try and guess the next 5 minutes. And essentially, it comes down to almost like waiting for signals. So it wants you to basically wait for momentum so you can see something a bit more clear. And then he says, the trend is your friend. And then use the indicators and trends. So how consistent was I with my stuff? Okay, this is tricky because it was kind of positioned as we've cracked the code, and it's not really, you haven't really cracked the code. You've got an indicator, and they teach you to use some other indicators as well, which you plug into TradingView. And then you kind of have to get good at reading the charts, but also their indicator isn't based on the pitch. I was expecting this thing is just going to ping me, say, do it, buy now, sell now, go high, go low, vote high, vote low. I literally thought naively that it was just going to do the thinking for me. It was going to almost like a bot. It would suck in all these various signals for me, analyze them based on something else, and then kind of just tell me buy, sell, buy, sell. Like I thought it was literally I thought it was just gonna tell me what to do. And that's not it. It's like you have to read these charts and you have to guess. So how realistic is it to make money with this? So I think probably in the end I was doing good for a while, and then I think I ended up losing money. Why? When I was paper trading stuff, I was a boss. I was Warren Buffett on paper. Anytime I do a paper trade, I recorded all my stuff in Excel, thinking, okay, I'll do this, I'll do that. Fucking Superman, I'm winning 80% of the time. And then you think, yeah, shit, if this was real money, I would have won. I think the problem is not so much like with what they teach. The problem is actually Pancake Swap in itself, because there's a delay between the information with Pancake Swap and the actual charts. I mean, technically it's in beta, so. But also there's just bullshit that happens on fucking Pancake Swap that, concerning like the timing of when you click to place your bet and the time it takes for MetaMask to confirm the transaction and stuff. So like, I would sit down for a session and I would lose sometimes 4 trades just because I would, there would be like a fairly hot signal. I felt fairly sure. And you leave it too late and sometimes 40 seconds wouldn't even be enough. And then I would miss out on the trade. I wouldn't get in on it. And then that would just piss me off because I'd be like, I would have won that. And then the ones, so I had to have to like leave the time frame longer. So like up to 50 seconds, which is, I mean, it's not an exact science anyway. And then you start losing some. And like my personal psychology, it just made me so angry thinking about like, I should have won that and I didn't win those. That it just really started like piss me off. But like, see, on paper, it's not the problem. I just would look at it on paper and think, I would bet this, so 30 seconds, I would make my bet. But then in reality, those delays, they add up and things happen and they add up. And then like sometimes, of course, you get the last minute Pancake Swap delay thing where the trade closes where I should have won. And then and then it pops back up, you've lost that one. And it just pissed me off. And then also I got into some, like sitting there watching the thing was like quite stressful. Like my fucking heart, like my pulse was going up because I checked my pulse and stuff. My fucking pulse was going crazy. It was literally like I was, and I'm not talking about like, I'm talking $5, $10 hits, like very small stuff. And yet, this is why I don't understand gamblers. I don't understand casinos. Fuck that shit. That is not, I don't get any adrenaline hits from any of that shit. And it was like quite stressful. I just found it stressful. And then also the stress of losing, where it's like, oh, no, I need to win more and stuff like that. It just didn't like jive too well with my psychology. So I went into it thinking it was going to be more of a, their indicator was going to give me 70% and I'm happy with that. But in reality also, like, it didn't play well with my psychology, and it just pissed me off. Like, and after like a few things, I thought, motherfucker. And then you do, like, sometimes you get into silly behaviors where you think, fuck it, double down, I lost that last one, which nobody's advocating. This is just something that, it's just poor self-control. And so I did that a few times and no. So ultimately, I didn't really lose very much on it because, I kept everything like quite low. But it pissed me off, and it pissed me off enough to make me think, okay, well, this isn't for me. So I do feel like the kind of promise on the webinars was like, we've got something, we've made something, and this thing we've made is going to give you like, and I do believe he even read in the comments, oh yeah, we've cracked the code. Not really. And listen, it doesn't mean if you're super good at reading technical analysis charts and stuff like that, maybe you could kill it. I don't know. Because you can definitely see like, it tells you, if you sit down and you see it sideways, don't wait till don't play the game when it's sideways. So I think the training was like pretty good. So I do think there's potential there. I think it was oversold a little bit in terms of what it could do. For some people, it might be quite fun to play this. Like I fucked around with it for maybe 2 weeks and, put my money where my mouth is. I put real money into it. All these things I test. Anytime I do a strategy, I actually do it. It's the same with the business model, whether it's like, Shopify or print on demand or something, or Amazon FBA, I do the actual, like I do the thing so I can, you know, actually talk about it. So yeah, that would be like my rough conclusion, a small thing. Like I guess, you know, maybe the real solution would be like a bot which is programmed in to suck in all the signals and based on certain rules then make decisions. Because like, you know, it seemed like some of the tips they give you, like wait for a MACD bar flip, wait for this, wait for the RSI, wait for the lines to cross. Plus this, it seems like if you were a Python programmer and maybe there's some way to connect to the API of like TradingView or something, like it seems like it wouldn't be without, you know, crazy in the realm of impossibility to program in like 10 different signals, you know, like, I don't know, multiple if statements. If this lines up, if this lines up, if this lines up, then like, you know, execute or something like that using like, I guess you'd need the API key for that, and you'd need to plug into like PancakeSwap. And I kind of looked at that a little bit because I thought that would be cool. And I found like a load of scammy shit bots people have made with Python. They kind of want to, I guess they just want to get your private keys and steal your money probably. So like anything in crypto, I think that could be cool, but it's filled with scammers. So wrapping up, what do we think of Crypto Swap Profits, Profit Swap Crypto? This is almost as bad as when I got that other guy's name from Bitsgap Accelerator. I got his name wrong the whole video, and I just can't be bothered to change it, so I'm really sorry about that. My conclusion, my verdict, I think this is a good course. I think it's $1,000. Not the worst, it's not egregious. And I would actually say this is possibly one of the best courses I've come across. Obviously, some of the other ones are specific just for one thing, like Bitsgap Accelerator, whereas this does have everything. And yeah, I seriously think this is quite possibly the best crypto course I've seen. Price point is no worse than any of the other stuff out there. And I think if you were on the fence on this and you felt like, you know, I can at least say that if you did take this training, you certainly wouldn't be burned in terms of like quality in what they're teaching you. So that's really all I can say. I'm not an affiliate. I don't get paid. This is my opinion. I went through the course. So if you want to learn about these things, by all means, have a crack. If there's any other courses you think maybe I should look at or maybe I should review, shoot me a comment. Fucking shoot me a message, whatever. Maybe I can get around to it. Maybe I can have a look. That'll do for today. Yep, let me know, like, share, subscribe, or don't. Peace, have a good day, and don't lose your money in crypto.